All right, Wayne Alaroot with Bill O'Reilly, as we do every Monday and Wednesday. Bill, I hope you had a great weekend. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Wayne. I'm raring to go here.
All right, the ICE raids. Trump delayed the ICE raids. I assume he says he did it because there's some sort of negotiation with Nancy Pelosi, but I assume that's a cover story because someone in the Trump administration obviously leaked the cities, the time, the day, Sunday morning, Los Angeles, et cetera, and so they were embarrassed that people knew they were coming. So I assume he's going to try and do it in private, in secret, sometime in the near future when it's not leaked. Do you think I might be on the right track on that one?
Yeah, that could be true. I think there is a political motive here that the Trump administration wants to once again reinforce to the American people that the Democratic Party won't cooperate with any kind of border security. So obviously we need to have a revamped asylum law. That's obvious to anyone. Democrats are probably not going to cooperate, so Trump can go out once again and say, look, I'm not the bad guy here. I'm just trying to enforce the law, and the other party won't do it, so we got to boot them out. I think that that's a strong motivator as well.
All right, I would agree. That would be a certain part of it as well. AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she is the gift that keeps on giving. In the last week, two of my friends, cannot be a coincidence that two of my friends who are Jewish and very liberal from New York and California called me to say, I'm voting for Donald Trump in 2020. These are lifelong Democrats. I think there's a real trend developing as Democrats keep saying incredibly anti-Semitic things, and the Democratic Party's leaders don't answer back, don't defend Jews, don't attack or censure Cortez or Rashid Tlaib or Ilhan Omar or any of them. Once again, weird comments that we have concentration camps on the border. Listen, concentration camps are slave labor camps. We don't have it. We got TV sets and computers set up for the kids that we have at the border. It's ridiculous, right?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's also dangerous. The Salt Lake City Tribune wrote an editorial over the weekend that said there are concentration camps on the southern border. Now, that newspaper has gone dramatically left-wing in a state that's about as conservative as you get. I don't quite understand the business plan, and I know what they're doing is dishonest. Don't like to talk about Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez because I believe that this is a fabricated situation. I don't even think she wants to be a congressperson. I predict she'll be on The View in a couple of years. She obviously wants to be a media celebrity. She'll say anything to get attention, and the mainstream media props her up as this kind of left-wing oracle when the truth is she doesn't know anything. I mean, a woman just doesn't know anything. I could give her, Wayne, a copy of Killing the SS, which explains in vivid detail exactly what concentration camps are, death camps, who ran them, what happened to them. She wouldn't even read the book, Wayne, if I even handed it to her. She's not interested in information or accuracy. She's interested in becoming famous and far-left ideology. So I don't even like to bring her into the conversation, but, you know, she gets an enormous amount of attention.
I like your comment that she may be on The View in 2 years. Very astute, except
You wait and
maybe,
see.
just maybe, yeah, she might be bucking for something different, like her own show, just her as a Rachel Maddow type on MSNBC, which could very well happen as well. So it's crazy. These people aren't politicians. They are celebrities, as you point out, or at least trying to be. The Trump administration is slapping Tehran with a fresh round of sanctions. Trump, of course, we found out late last week, did not go through with the bombing, or decided to not go through with the bombing that his generals recommended. Not quite sure which one happened. But he's warning now the obliteration of Iran if war erupts. Will Tehran agree to shut down their nuclear activities based on these new sanctions, which are evidently crippling?
I don't think so. I think Iran will saber rattle, continue to do that. The mullahs are fanatics. They're not rational people. The economy in Iran is imploding, and we'll see what the Persians do. I mean, they could overthrow this government, even though it's a police state. The Iranian people could overthrow it. Their currency, the rial, is down 60%. So if anybody saved any money, in Iran, your money's getting to be worthless. Sanctions are hurting. Dangerous country. They could lash out in a lot of different ways. So, Americans have got to be paying attention to this.
All right, last question. Bill Maher over the weekend. I'm not a fan of Bill Maher. I don't agree with him too often, but once in a while he actually says something with common sense. And he said reparations and talking about concentration camps are not going to win the election over Trump in 2020. And no sooner he said that Friday night, Bill, but on Saturday and Sunday I heard Bernie Sanders say let's get rid of all student loans, $1.6 trillion worth. And then I heard Elizabeth Warren say she wants gay reparations, basically. She wants gay people to get tax refunds for every dollar extra they spent before gay marriage was legalized. How do you win elections when all you're doing is giving stuff away in bribes?
Well, there's a constituency for that, that's for sure. I don't think that they'll be successful doing it. On my radio program, the O'Reilly Update, which is the Paul Harvey 15-minute newscast, I report today that reparations of slavery would be unconstitutional because of a 1969 Supreme Court ruling. You might want to go to BillO'Reilly.com and hear that analysis. We post the radio show every day. But all of this is smoke and mirrors because the issue has already been decided. Supreme Court ruled 7-3 that you cannot pay with taxpayer dollars anything that happened in the past unless the people are still alive. So, they can do whatever they want. It's a political thing to gin up the African-American base, but it's not going to be reality.
And the gay base with Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, but that's
and the student loan base with Bernie Sanders, right?
Yeah. Look, Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren want the government to control every facet of American life. And they would seize your property and then use all the assets that Americans have worked hard to accumulate to do these things. That's their vision. So people should understand that this is what socialism/communism is, a seizure in order to give to people free stuff. And so this is just more of the same.
Agreed. And you got to take from somebody to give. And the people they want to take from are those who work for a living, Anyway, Bill O'Reilly, great to hear from you. BillO'Reilly.com is a great place to go to hear more expounding on the wisdom with Bill at BillO'Reilly.com. Thanks for coming on, Bill.
Okay, Wayne.